Lunchtime is over.
What's that?
Your keys, man.
I see you've played knifey spoony before. Hey!
What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI. This is the first video in my MCU Pitch Meeting reactions. I've been saving these. I have gone through the X-Men movies, I've gone through all the DC movies, I've gone through anything that I've seen that's come out. I have already reacted to the pitch meetings from Black Widow onwards, because that's when I had the channel and they were new and I was doing those. So I'm gonna stop at whatever's before Black Widow. Is that like Far From Home or something like that, I think? But this is going to be my way of talking about the MCU and going through these movies with you guys in a fun way with Ryan George, and hang around at the end because over the music at the end I'm going to have some figure photography of Marvel Legends from this particular movie. Some of it will be my pictures of whatever figures I've got, some will be others from the action figure photography community. So if you like fun stuff like action figure photography, stay around at the end because I'm going to do that for every single pitch meeting, and it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. But let's see what Ryan George has to say about the first ever Marvel movie, Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. I got a lot to talk about this after. Let's do it.
So you have a script for me? Yes, sir, I do. So we're gonna follow Tony Stark, who's a billionaire playboy weapons manufacturer. Oh, a playboy, huh? Yeah, and towards the beginning of the movie, this reporter, Christine Everhart, is really gonna challenge him on the ethics of selling weapons. Oh, well that's good, because sometimes when there's a playboy character in movies, there's a tendency to objectify women and get kind of... And then Tony's gonna bang her. Oh, he is. And then Tony's assistant Pepper is gonna call her trash and kick her out of the house. Oh my God.
Yeah, they do treat her pretty poorly at the start of that movie. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's gonna be hilarious. Well, okay then. So anyway, Tony's gonna go to Afghanistan to show off a new weapon called the Jericho to the US military. Sounds like something they could do in the US. There's lots of weapons testing facilities. Yeah, well, they're gonna do it in Afghanistan because I need it for the story. Fair enough. So later...
Ryan George, you make a valid point. Why are they doing it in Afghanistan?
He's gonna be in a convoy that's gonna get attacked by terrorists. Uh-oh. And one of his own missiles is gonna blow up in his face. That's not good. And so then he's gonna be held captive by the terrorists, and he's gonna have this thing in his chest that's using a car battery to power a magnet to keep a piece of shrapnel from entering his heart. I have to say, it sounds like you pinned him in a situation that's gonna be impossible to get out of. Actually, it's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Oh really? Yes. He becomes Iron Man and goes with fire.
Oh really? Yeah, see, the terrorists want him to build them a Jericho missile, so they give him a bunch of weapons materials and mostly leave him alone. Well, that sounds super reckless. They also leave him with the doctor guy that saved his life, who's like the nicest dude. But there's a guard in the room or something, right? No, they are kind of keeping an eye on things through a security camera, though. Why not have a guard in the room keeping an eye on things? Because that works. Anyway, so since Tony Stark has a bunch of weapon building material and little to no supervision and a new best friend to help him out, he's gonna build a kind of Iron Man suit powered by a mini arc reactor. A mini arc reactor? Yeah, it's like a super powerful energy source to power the magnet so he doesn't have to carry a car battery around. Wow. Yeah, and the doctor guy is gonna be like, whoa, this thing could run your heart for like 50 lifetimes. Wait, is the thing running Tony's heart or powering powering the magnet. So why would that guy say that? I don't know. What a strange guy. Yeah.
What a strange guy. Yeah, I've never really thought too much about the, like, ins and outs of this. Ryan George, I'm not, like, I don't laud this movie like a lot of other people do, but he is bringing up a lot of points that I have never thought of, which is good.
Yeah, so anyway, Tony's gonna kill a bunch of terrorists and there's gonna be fire and explosions. How's Tony able to see out of the suit? Well, the mask has some pretty massive eye holes. And the fires and explosions don't roast his eyeballs? They do not. Oh, fireproof eyeballs are tight. Yeah, so then Tony's gonna go back to the US and the first thing he does is go to Burger King. Well, actually, I was thinking he could go to... No, I'm telling you that the first thing he does is go to Burger King. I already cashed a check from them. Oh, it's a product placement thing. Okay, what does he get from Burger King? A cheeseburger and probably diarrhea, if we're being honest. I'll add it into the script. Probably just the cheeseburger part, though. So what does he do?
There's a deleted scene where Tony Stark is on the shitter, just doing this. And it's good to know that it's not just Hungry Jack's in Australia that gives you diarrhea if you eat it, but it's the US equivalent. Burger King has the exact same effect. They must just be identical in every single way except the logo.
Do after that? Well, now he's changed and he wants to do good, so he announces that his company's not going to make weapons anymore. Won't that jeopardize the entire company and cause hundreds of people to lose their jobs? Probably. Kind of weird that his first good act is going to destroy hundreds of families. Whoops. Whoopsie. So anyway, then Tony's going to build himself a really good Iron Man suit. Okay. And he's going to have a hard time getting it to fly, but eventually he's going to get the hang of it. And what does he do with it? Well, he goes to kill people and then accidentally blows up a US fighter jet. This guy kinda sucks. Kinda. Wow. And who else is in the movie? We're also gonna have this guy, Obadiah Stane. Oh, so he's the bad guy? How could you tell? Well, his name is Obadiah Stane, so I figured he's either a bad guy or a general in the American Civil War. Well, it's the first one.
General Obadiah Stane. That has a ring to it. Why does that sound so perfect?
That does make the most sense. So anyway, Obadiah works on building his own Iron Man type suit. So you're saying the bad guy has similar powers as the hero, but uses them for evil? Exactly. Okay, before you say anything else, I love that and I want to do it over and over again in any movies we make. Won't that get kind of repetitive? I don't know. Well,
yeah, I agree with that. I get really sick of the villain being like such a exact match of the hero. I mean, we've got it with Captain America and Bucky. We've got it with Thor and Loki. I mean, they're different, but you know, maybe that's not such a great example. Iron Man and Ironmonger, Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket as well. There's a whole bunch of them.
Well, okay then. So what else happens? Well, Obadiah can't figure out the mini arc reactor thing, so he paralyzes Tony and steals his. Uh-oh, is he gonna kill him? No, he's gonna explain his evil plan to him and then leave him for dead. Why wouldn't he just kill him though? Because there has to be a final fight. Fair enough. So then there's gonna be a final fight. Right. And Obadiah...
Yeah, that's why he doesn't kill the main character of the movie, man. Come on, what are you doing?
I is a really good fighter, so it's super tough for Tony. Didn't we have a whole thing where it takes Tony a while to figure out how to use the suit properly? Yeah, well, Obadiah's gonna get the hang of it immediately. Wow. So then they're gonna have a crazy public fight and Obadiah's gonna throw cars around and stuff. What's his plan here exactly? Well, I guess it's to murder Tony in a very public way and hope that solves all his problems. Doesn't seem like it would. Yeah, it's not the best plan. Huh. So anyway, Tony's gonna fly so high up that Obadiah's suit freezes and he's gonna fall all the way back down to Earth. Wow, so he dies? No, he's completely fine. How? I don't know. Fair enough. So then Tony's gonna get Pepper to overload this giant arc reactor thing so it blows up and kills Obadiah. Wouldn't that also kill Tony? It would and it should, but it won't. Very lucky.
He doesn't get away?
Wow. So what do you think? Well, it sounds like a pretty fun superhero movie. Okay. So yeah, I say let's give it a shot. I doubt it'll lead to anything huge, but we can give it a try.
$17 billion. I really enjoyed the MCU. I think Iron Man is a solid movie. I always thought, and you know, it's funny, I watched a interview just the other day with Favreau and Feige, and I always thought when Iron Man and the MCU really took off, in my own estimation, it was CGI has finally got to the point where we can make some really, really cool, decent looking superhero stuff that looks very realistic and also looks, you know, very like out there as well. And in the interview, Favreau's like, well, Transformers came out and you saw what they did with the CGI on flat surfaces, I think is what he said. And he's like, I think that would be good for an Iron Man suit. So I feel like that was a part of the mindset of like, hey, maybe this could work. And obviously what it would go on to be was, you know, nobody expected that. But I can see why Iron Man was a success when it came out. And I went and saw it in the movie theater. I think it's a pretty solid movie. Again, the hero thing, Marvel didn't really... I feel like it took them a while to figure out the... to get a bit more variety in their movies. They really kind of stuck with certain, you know, details and certain styles for a lot of their characters for a long time. But one of my favorite sort of things that spawned from this movie is the What If episode where Killmonger saves Tony Stark. That was awesome. Go check that out. I'll link that video at the end of this, my What If reaction, because I thought that was just a fantastic way to skew this moment where Tony Stark gets blown up and take that away, and this is what happens. That's very true to the what if sort of formula in the comics and stuff like that. But let me know in the comments what you thought about this one. Don't forget to subscribe and go to patreon.com/FWCI if you want early access to some of my movie and TV show reactions. And to end the video, here is a bunch of action figure photography from Marvel's Iron Man.